I don't,
The
it,
PCI.
if we end up taking a fraudulent card, we don't want to pay
Right.
for that.
Exactly.
So,
So that's our PCI, so payment card industry. I can send you out some information on that as well. But basically what it is, it's something that, you know, good companies should do, good companies should have. Say you're with Square, they don't have anything like that. There's no need for you to become compliant. You know, as a bank and as a financial institution, we have to be, you know, we have to do well. We have to, you know, make sure that all of the cards that are taken and the atmosphere that they're taken in are going to be safe and secure. So that's why we do have the PCI. And it is through a third party that works with us. You can find them online, just PCI Security. And they will actually send out an email for you to go online and become compliant. So basically what it is, and I send out an extra email because the way that some of the questions are answered or asked, it's kind of confusing. It might be like reading a different language. So I send out a separate email for my steps of, you know, how you should go about this. If you do get stuck, call into them. All they need is your merchant ID, and they can actually pull you up on the screen and go through the questions and answers with you. So it's amazing. If you do that route, it'll probably take less than 30 minutes. And then it just has to be done 60 days after you have a merchant ID account in the system. And then I think 60 days up until the next year, because you have to do it every year, just in case, you know, something changes. But they just want to get you recertified within the system. And then it does help up to $150,000 if there were some type of data breach. So.
okay.
Yep.
150,000, you say?
Mm-hmm. That's the
okay.
amount for like legal, etc., like all of that type of stuff.
Is that per incident or is that lifetime?
That's lifetime. Yeah.
Okay.
Per incident, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Just because of our platform and the security that we have already, it doesn't happen very often. But just knowing that it's there, because it's an extra $10 a month, just to have that kind of peace of mind too, and know that when you're compliant, you're set.
Okay. Excellent. And then you had questions about our website and how that was working.
Yes. I guess this is a question for Jonathan then. Yeah. So what type of system did you go through to build it? Is that on your own? How did you, I guess, build the website?
Sure. So it's built on a mainframe called WordPress.
WordPress. Okay.
And typically we add a program called WooCommerce, WOO.
Oh, we work with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's actually a pretty seamless integration. I actually have an email that I just sent out to another client that we're getting set up with him and his web developer as well too. So there's a plugin. It's a $79 one-time fee, and then we can just seamlessly put the information within the system. So.
Okay. And is that the SSL license as such then?
I'm not sure about the SSL license. I think it's just to be able to have Elevon be have the seamless interaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And will that give Kim and Paul the opportunity to hand bomb cards through their mobile phone at an event or something like that?
Oh, do you mean that we would have some type of
rather than having a device? I mean, I use a company called Moneris here in Canada, and I can actually process cards directly through my phone through a gateway.
Gotcha. So we use Converge. You know that it's CONVERGE, and that's our platform that we as Elevon and US Bank own. So that is our online processor. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect.
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah.
and in terms of rates, is there a monthly fee and then a commission? How does that work?
So the percentage for the online, the card not present, is 2.99% and 19 cents. And then I can kind of work, typically to use Converge or to use our platform in general, it's about $30 a month. I can mess with it and kind of add PCI into that as well to make it just a flat $30 fee. Mm-hmm.
And is 2.99 your best rate?
Yeah, you typically won't see anything like that for a card not present, anything lower than that. Mm-hmm.
So, but that includes Amex and Discover as well as MasterCard,
yes.
and Visa, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, so
That's
every
all.
card, whether it is, a card that's above the 3% plus, even just for taking it in person, is going to run at that 2.99%.
I only take MasterCard and Visa, which are pretty much the only predominant cards in Canada.
Okay.
Um,
I did not know that.
but I have a much lower percentage than that. But I have been doing it for a very long time.
Do you,
My refund rate is tiny, so.
Is it a flat fee, or are you on something that is not a flat fee?
So I actually have two merchant accounts. I have one for Canadian dollars and one for US dollars. And I pay a flat fee plus a commission. Sorry, you guys, but I pay a flat fee of $10 a month.
Mm-hmm.
My commission's 1.74.
Okay.
So you're not revealing anything that I don't already know, Jonathan, because in my previous life, I've had percentage rates that are much lower than 2.99.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I am not aware of anything that could be outside of the 2.99 just because of,
Yeah, I mean, I know American Express is something like 3.4, typically standalone, plus a $300 a month, a year extra fee just for Amex alone. So we do take it, but I take it via a PayPal interface rather than directly. So
yeah, okay. And is the PayPal 2.9 and 30?
No, not for me. It's rare. It's rare I ever use PayPal. To be honest,
Yeah.
I actually don't know I know I don't have a flat fee, but I don't know my exact rate. It's less than 3%, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you can look online. It's 2.9 and 30. Just for, I guess, here. I don't know.
Here being the U.S.
Yeah, I'm like, how is it? Just because you've been doing this for so long? Those are just like the rates that you
I've been
have.
accepting credit cards for, I don't know, 15 years or so.
Jeez.
And then the consulting industry, I think it's deemed as very low risk.
Oh, cool.
In terms of fraud, because every transaction I guess I deal with, I already know the client. So
right. You're like, okay, well, yeah, because I know especially if it's like a high fee that they like risk.
no, of course, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Absolutely.
understood. But yeah, WooCommerce and WordPress is the way we do it.
Okay, yeah, I was like, we can work with the WooCommerce. I can see. So you said that you have like a flat fee of like $10.
As I use a company called Moneris, north of the border here, and but they're only a Canadian operation, I believe. So.
Okay. Kim, do you have any type of business credit card with the bank too?
Not yet. I keep getting mail for it though. They want us to apply pretty badly.
So there is another benefit with just going with us. We have a program called Encore Rewards, and it's actually a Shark Tank idea from someone that was an employee with the bank. But we were like, whoa, we snatched it back just because nobody else out there, any type of processing company does this. So you can have, your merchant account number and your credit card number. There's a link online that you can basically like sync these two numbers. And for every $1,000 that you are taking in on the processing side, you get an extra 50 cents outside of using the card in general. And like whether it's whether you go with cashback rewards, it's kind of like double dipping a little bit. So it's just free money. You only have to use the card once a month. So if you're like, I don't really want to get one, but if you have one, reoccurring bill, it's just kind of nice. You just get that free money on top of it.
50 cents. Wow.
Hey.
Did I understand that correctly? So
$1 for every $2,000 that you're taking in is like sales, I guess. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that we take in.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Online, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that you on the merchant side are taking in from clients and customers.
Yeah. Okay. And that just shows up as a credit on a credit card, that extra 50 cents? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you'll see, every time you have a statement, there's going to be, your regular rewards for using the card, whether it's to travel, whatever card you have, and then it'll have another line for Encore rewards below it, and that will kind of tally and add up.
Okay. Okay. So you said that you had some things that you could send me once you knew what our website platform was. Are we
Exactly.
there now?
Yeah, so I can send out the email that I just sent out to another client about WooCommerce, how that integration works, the $79, and I think it's a specific like gateway that would need to be purchased. It's just a one-time thing to have us seamlessly like be the processor. So
Okay.
and it's pretty simple from there. It's basically just a var sheet, so that just has numbers that need to be like plugged in on the website for us to be the processor. So it's pretty seamless. I mean, those type of integrations are probably the easiest just because you don't have a terminal that you need. It's just a sign, it goes into underwriting. And then once everything is approved, I call in, I get the sheet and I send it to Jonathan and he can plug it in the system. So.
Okay, excellent.
Very easy.
Paul, did you have any questions?
Nope.
Jonathan, did you need anything else?
I'm good. Yeah.
Well,
All
I'll
right.
just send out that email. Yeah.
That would be great. Thank you, Katrina, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I know it was.
Yeah, you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Do I just log off of this, leave the meeting?
Yeah, just click leave meeting. So, yep, bottom left, bottom right.
It was nice to see you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Costco.
Costco? Buy Costco?
No, apparently they have the best merchant deals in the US.
Costco has the best merchant deal in the US.
From what I understand, yeah.
I didn't know they even had a merchant deal.
As I understand it, yeah.
They have everything else though, but wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get the email fraud piece. I mean, I don't know how much that plays into the equation.
Well, probably because
aren't we already covered by fraud?
no, if somebody uses a fraudulent card,
breach.
so if there's a breach, or if somebody uses a fraudulent card with us, we would have to pay for that.
Yeah, but they're buying a service from us. So there's what is there to pay?
So let's say I want to buy our book. Okay, I'm a stranger and I want to buy our thing, but I'm not going to use my own credit card because I'm a thief. I'm going to use a fraudulent card. So the fraudulent card gets used, we process it, and then the person who actually owns the card says, I didn't make this purchase. So MasterCard gives their money back to them so that they don't have to pay for it, and we pay for it, unless you're insured for that.
But why would we sell our book? Why would we not link it to Amazon?
We are going to link it to Amazon, but if we take pre-orders or when we're selling a program, we have to have a means to pay for those up front.
If we take pre-orders, then we're entering the customer's information into Amazon's system.
Right.
So we haven't bought anything.
We could do it that way as well.
Amazon's on the line is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Fraud, Amazon's on the line, not us.
Okay, so we could collect and then do groups, or we could process the whole thing through Amazon. We won't have that luxury when we sell a program.
Right, but our programs are digital, supposedly, so you just cut off access. I mean, I don't see it as a huge issue, but I'm just saying I don't see it as an issue.
I know. I see it as an issue. I see anything that comes back to us as fraudulent, I don't want to have to pay for. Because
right, but I don't see what we'd have to pay for.
Okay. If I pay $1,000 for a program using someone else's card, you can cut off access, but that someone else wants their $1,000 because they're being charged for it.
If we collected it, then we just give it back. That's not a big deal.
Okay. We should probably just talk about this later. We're going to spend our whole meeting time talking about whether or not we should have this.
I don't believe I have this insurance. I've had two instances where people have asked for a refund from us as a company. One was with Visa, one was through PayPal. And both instances, I had an opportunity as a merchant to write back and say why I didn't think the refund was justified. And in both incidents, Visa and PayPal ruled with me.
But that's on a chargeback, Jonathan. That's not fraud.
Yeah, no, and that's the only experience I've ever had. So
you get the opportunity to speak your piece and present your case in a chargeback.
Yeah.
You don't get that with fraud.
No, I've not had that, but typically I'm the one processing the card, so it's a different world for me in that respect. So
okay.
I'll let you guys come. So, my friends, how would it be if we were to present to you a countdown calendar T-90 with a specific day that we can agree to today, and then reverse engineer 90 days back to today, and then come up with a specific strategy of what we want and what milestones we want and what specific items we want to have concluded sort of during that calendar 90-day window?
It's great.
Right, that's what I think, because I just feel if we have a date and we see the clock clicking down, we can. There's actually an app that we can put on our phone that says launch day is October 21, and I did it for Gemma's wedding, and it's motivating. So we have a hard. Kim and I spoke on Thursday. A hard deadline of September 24th, right?
The book has to be in my hands in print on September 24th.
We want to sort of have a launch circle window somewhere around that date.
Within 30 days of that date, right, Paul?
Yes.
Yeah. So is this Denver event the right springboard to launch our campaign? Should that be like day one of because these people are being given this book for free, right? On that day as part of a ticket.
Yes.
So does that mean that's 100 sales?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. Okay. And then, so we have a window probably after that. And we were looking at anywhere up into maybe October 21, something like that, as our 90-day window. With Halloween coming up at the end of October, obviously, we want to be done by then. But is there any specific? October 21 is a Monday.
Is it, Kim, do you remember what day they recommended we launch on?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. So Tuesday to Tuesday would be our numbers.
So the 14th of October is Columbus Day, which is Canadian Thanksgiving. And then the day after is the 15th, which is 3 weeks after Kim's event. Is there any specific date that speaks to your soul that says this is the day?
You made Paul smile. That was good.
Good. We missed you on Independence Day, but I totally did not expect you to show up either. It was around, so we chatted anyway. But yeah, you look like you were having way more fun in the pool than us.
I was.
That's awesome.
Well, I guess the question is, do we want to do it after the event? Or you said something about like a springboard for a launch. Do you see that as something that could be beneficial for us?
It should be a large gathering.
Right.
It's the only date that we have on a calendar of a public appearance at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't quite know where the event is being publicized or what it looks like, Kim. I think you said Angie was going to it, but I really don't know more than that about this particular event.
Right now we're planning a webinar. She's planning a webinar to get some influencers involved in recruiting for this through women's groups and so forth. But I can tell you this, that the plan is to have at least 100 tickets sold to this event by August the 31st. Once those 100 tickets are sold on August 31st, if there are more sold than that, then there would be more books. I'd have a better idea of how large this event is going to be.
But is this I thought this is a physical event that people showed up at. Is it not then?
It is.
The webinar's webinar's secondary to it then.
Right.
Okay.
The webinar precedes it. So we're talking to women's groups in and around Denver. Yeah. So there will be some invitations to leadership of those groups to get on a webinar and see what we're all about.
Okay. All right.
So it'd be like you're trying to get sales.
Yeah. So to generate interest and get those organizations to promote the event.
Got it. Okay. And then
the conference one day. Is it a one-day thing? Okay.
And is there a landing page or a organization, or where would we find details of the actual event?
I don't know that there's plans for that or what those plans are going to be, if Angie's going to put something on her website or not. We certainly could put something on ours.
Susan and I did an event in Calgary through a program called Eventbrite, which is
I know Eventbrite.
Nationally known. Mm-hmm. A lot of people go to Eventbrite to look for local networking events. It's a free platform to use. There is a small commission percentage because you buy a ticket through Eventbrite rather than US Bank or whatever. But it's a very similar percentage. And then
it's 12.9% that you pay to Eventbrite, and Angie plans on using Eventbrite.
No, it's not 12.9%.
That's what she's telling me, 12.9. Well, she can figure that out. I don't care.
To my knowledge, it's around 3%, but unless it's different in Denver than Calgary.
I doubt it. Truly, I doubt it.
I don't believe that number is right, but I could be wrong. So what we did was we found a photograph of the venue. We made the page look fantastic. It integrates beautifully into WordPress, but it stands alone for social media sharing. And there's different, you can see who's attending, whose friends are attending. And it's a beautiful thing. We could very easily set up an Eventbrite for you for that.
Okay.
And then we need the name of because I know you're one of several speakers, I'm guessing, right?
I'm probably one of 4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. So a symposium kind of set up with a speaker photographs, speaker bios, what people will get out of the event, whether it's catered, obviously the address, what the bonuses are for showing up, and all that kind of thing is all part of that page.
Okay.
So it's not, you're a guest at somebody else's event, or are you the main organizer?
No, I am helping Angie organize her event.
And this is Angie Tomlinson.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because she was talking about bringing Tommy and his film crew and filming this and making a lot of media out of this event as well, right?
Yes.
Sounds great.
Yes.
Can I just ask a real question?
Yes.
Has she ever done
No,
anything
only fake ones.
Has she ever done anything like this before?
Yes.
Okay. So she's proven success model, and
Yes.
just she lives like way further away than me to Denver, and it's like, okay, I don't know how much influence she has in sort of making this event happen. That's all I do.
Because truthfully, when she said, this is what I'm going to do in different cities, I said, come to Denver, I'll help you.
Awesome.
And so she said, okay.
Okay. Okay. Because she has a ClickFunnels website, which I don't know.
She does.
You'd have to have a standalone Eventbrite page.
She does. Yeah.
We can totally.
Well, Eventbrite's probably going to be perfect because she does plan on using it.
Yeah. No, it is. I think it's perfect, and there is a small commission, but yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay. So if we have that as like the launch springboard, and then we pick a specific 7-day window after that date, I would say that gives us that sort of 90-day calendar to work back on.
Paul, how are you feeling about going into October?
I'm fine with that. October the 10th is Goal Achiever, the Goal Achiever seminar.
Mm-hmm.
I guess okay, so do you think you'll have to order, like, how far in advance do you think you'll have to order the books? Like a week, 10 days?
I'm gonna order the books as soon. I probably will put in 2 separate orders because I'm gonna order as soon as we know there's 100 tickets sold. I'm gonna order 100. We have space for up to 170. So our space would hold 170 but because I don't know how long it's going to take for those books, I want to order the first 100 as soon as I know that we have the first 100.
So here's my question. When you order, that's when our 30-day ticker starts.
Right. Right.
So
our 30-day ticker is going to start either the last day of August, which I doubt it will be the last day of August. It'll start ticking the first part of September.
So if we springboarded the 21st and we went through till the 1st, which is that 7-day window, would that work?
If we what?
If we use the 7, because we have 7 days, right? So if we use the 24th as day 1 of the 7 through to the following Tuesday, which is the 1st, would that not work? Because you're going to be too otherwise engaged on the 24th to be the launch day.
So the New York Times list goes from like Saturday to Sunday or Sunday to Saturday or something like that. It has nothing to do with Tuesday. We don't have to launch on a Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
It is supposedly the best day of the week to launch a book.
Okay, all right. But we don't have a rolling New York Times 7 days. They have a week-to-week 7 days. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Alrighty. So did Peggy give like a 7-day countdown what to do in that week or anything with no? So we don't have anything specific to that. Okay. And just to recap, this is physical book sale pre-orders and Kindle.
It can include, the Times list can include Kindle, yes. And there will be a Kindle version.
Okay. Definitely think that's Got to be part of the equation. Because there's no way the Audible is going to be anywhere close to that kind of date, is it?
No, they actually recommended that we don't do an Audible at that time.
That gives you a second bite 3 or 4 months later, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I don't know if the Times counts Audibles.
That's a good question. I don't know.
That no one said anything about that, but she did say we would be competing with ourselves if we launched the Audible at the same time. So it would dilute rankings, possible rankings with Amazon, with, so I assume the Times.
So that would infer that
that they don't count.
They don't count.
My understanding was that Audible is now owned by Amazon.
Yeah, but those numbers aren't reported to the Times for the list.
Oh, okay.
They used to not count ebooks.
You're right.
At the Times, but they
Kindle didn't count.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've got much stronger chance if we can include ebooks at a killer price point. Because that's the easiest way for people to buy. I mean, we just email links. They've got a link to the Kindle, Canada, Canadian, UK, wherever Amazon is. If we have it listed, that should be the quickest way to make sales.
Paul, did we even set a price for the Kindle version?
I don't know that we did, because she just gave us the price range and said that Kindle was moves fast.
Moves fast, yeah.
It's not like Amazon.
It can't be more than $9.99, and it can't
it's like between $2.99 and $4.99, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of 99 cents a couple of years ago. I really haven't seen any recently. You don't want it to be a loss leader, but I don't know what the raw cost of a Kindle processing is.
We don't know that either yet. And she did say you could do promotions with Kindle. We probably, at some, I don't know who can answer. It's probably Jen that can answer those questions for us. We probably should.
And that Jen's the publisher, right?
She works for the publisher. She's the one who works directly with Amazon.
Okay. So, cutoff date.
So if I order 100 books on September the 1st or September the 2nd, we have to launch within 30 days of that date.
So it could be the last date, then could be September 28 or 29.
Right.
Okay.
So I guess she said she wouldn't know how long it would take. Well, and the actual cost, until our book was completely finished.
Mm-hmm.
But, so.
You know the number of pages, and you know the number of pages with illustrations, right?
Yeah, I don't see why. She says it tells her when she uploads it to Amazon. But you would think that she would have something similar, but
yeah. It's $14.99 retail, right, for hardback? Yeah.
I guess I cannot remember what she said about the 30 days. What it is with Amazon.
Do you want me to let me find that email? Because that's the one from when you were clarifying your question, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were asking as it related to Mick and his book. And you said pre-sales are available on both Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and you were under the impression that because we're using has marked that that wasn't an option available to us, and so you asked her to clarify that. She said, Mick is with a traditional publisher and has an incredible team behind him, not that yours isn't, and we are able to create a pre-order for your Kindle book, but not your paperback. Yes, the pre-order is available, but if I was planning on an Amazon launch, then I would do my own pre-order on my site and take the orders personally. The reason is that you do not want any purchaser going direct to Amazon, as it affects the ranking the moment the order is placed, and therefore dilutes the opportunity to become a bestseller on the release date. So you said, just want to make sure I understand what you're saying, Amazon bestseller status is based on when the book is order/purchased, not shipped. So we would want to do all pre-orders on our own and enter them in the same day on Amazon to optimize our chance for Amazon bestseller status. Am I understanding this right? And she said, yes, exactly.
So how if Amazon, I guess I don't understand why are we only eligible for bestseller status on Amazon within the first 30 days of our launch?
Yes, I believe so.
From the first sale, I guess, right?
Yeah, so I guess, I mean, I would say that we would I don't understand why we would order the books so far in advance
for the event.
Yeah, if we're you know, I mean,
it's strictly because I don't know how long it's going to take for them to print.
Well, so we don't have to make that decision yet then, because we will know soon.
We'll know how long we'll know how long they take to print. So how long
it was print on demand?
It is.
How are we going to get the times if they don't print? If they don't print like immediately, like I don't.
Because it depends on what's in the queue ahead of you.
Okay, I guess we need to have a conversation, because I don't understand. Is this set up so that we can't get the times?
No, I don't think it. No, I don't think it has.
Independent, like, what does that mean? What's in the queue? We have to go behind every book in Amazon's print on demand queue?
It just, and I don't have a full grasp of how it works. I know that people who have purchased print on demand through Amazon have waited as long as 2 weeks to get the book. Some come quicker than others. And from what I understand, you know, there's only so much printer time available, and it goes as it goes. So first come, first serve, get the printer time.
But is the criteria shipping or purchasing?
It is shipping for the times.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have orders that are put in and they can't ship until Amazon is, you know, that's crazy. But
that would
I guess what I'm saying is, I just think that we should, like, I hate the idea of giving up that 30 days. Like, if you ordered the books on the 1st, your conference is on the 24th. Even if we launched on the 24th, that only gives us, you know, 6 days.
Yeah.
Okay, then we need
30-day window.
I understand. So we need to have a much better idea of what the timing is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can get it.
I don't think she will give it to us until the book is complete. From everything she said, she from what I've understood, she says she won't know until she uploads the book. But is that what you've understood from her?
I can't say specifically to the printing time, because I know there are things that she has said she won't know till she uploads it, but I don't remember that specifically for printing time.
Okay. So we can ask if printing time is how that works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write that down.
So let's just say it is September 1st you have to order, and let's just say the cutoff is either the 28th or 29th of September then. That would give us 83 days from today.
Oh, for September 1st?
To September 29th, which is the last day of the
okay.
The window, if you like, yeah.
Okay. I mean, so if I like the idea of, aside from when we have to order the book, putting all that stuff like aside, I like the idea of having an event on the 24th where our book is kind of pre-launched, or it's an event, okay?
It's an actual event, yeah.
And then the following Tuesday, October 1st, why not launch it officially? You know, there's nothing going on in October until Columbus Day, which is the 14th. So I think that's like super safe as far as holidays go. Yeah. We've got the event on the 24th, which is 6 days before, and then 10 days after we would have Goal Achiever.
Yeah.
I don't know, Is
that the 4-day event similar to the one that?
Yes.
Paradigm Shift, yes. Yeah.
This is where Kim and I set up a table in the lobby until security comes and kicks us out.
I was just going to ask you, do you think they would let us do that?
I don't know. I'm saying until they come kick us out.
I'm in.
But seriously though, if Bob has another event of a similar scale to Paradigm Shift,
it is exactly the similar scale.
I mean, I mean, I know Kim and I, you talked about it the other day, but is there any? How could we get Proctor Gallagher to buy 500 copies to give at that event?
Well, we can ask. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask.
I mean, he gave away a lot of books on the VIP tables. I didn't see what people got behind me, but
they didn't get all you got.
I was very honored.
I've been to one event where Bob gave away a book that wasn't his, and it was on It was on the creation. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is his methodology.
It is. I'll ask. There's no reason not to ask.
No, you're very sweet.
You've got to realize Bob probably has 500 students who have written books, and he's probably written the forwards for them, and they're all his teachings,
But how many people show up like you two to volunteer and?
Yeah, not as many. That limits it down.
And ours is the fiction.
That's right. Yeah.
And the unique fiction self-help genre.
Yep. Yeah.
And when you got Bob on one side and Peggy on the other of this book, I mean, like, come on, guys.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. As a sale.
Yeah. I mean, that would be incredible.
So, Paul, when you go to Gina and ask her if this is possible, and she says no, we'll have Jonathan talk to her.
I mean, even if he bought them at $9.99, which is your cost, and he buys what, 500? It's $5,000, right? He was willing to buy somebody a puppy the other day, and puppies can be $2,500. So
yeah.
The money for Bob is not an issue. It's not about the money.
No.
In fact, he wrote a book that said it's not about the money.
Well, you think of the cumulative funding that you've put into PGI between the two of you, asking him to spend $5,000 back with you guys. I mean, that's a drop in the bucket, right?
I could have easily bought one for everyone in PGI.
Yes.
I mean, I genuinely could see him do that.
Well, we can visualize it and make it so.
It would be an achievement of a goal, right?
It would be an achievement of a goal to have our book. Tell Gina we'll wrap them and stuff them all.
Yeah, they did a good job of that. They did a very nice job of those little gift bags and crepe paper and so on.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a photograph of 500 people with gifted in their hand? That would be one cool picture.
All right. So if we get a yes on this, let me rephrase that. When we get a yes on this,
love it.
That means, Jonathan, that you have to go to LA to Goal Achievers.
And take the picture. So mark your calendar for October 10 to 13.
Just looking now. Let's make sure I'm not otherwise. I don't think that's a problem.
While he's checking his calendar, Paul,
Yeah.
Jonathan figured out in 10 seconds that Peggy was all about Peggy.
Oh, yeah. It's not too hard to figure out, is it?
No.
I told Kim, every time I approach her to ask a question, all I do is puff her up. Compliment her first, and then she's just butter in my hands.
Yeah. Now, I can totally make those dates at this point. It starts on the 10th, right?
Say again?
That it started on the 10th?
It starts on the 10th.
10th through 13th.
Yep.
I remember there being a flyer. I remember it being $1,950 for a VIP ticket or something.
1,900?
It went up, Paul.
More?
Yeah, it's like $14.97 just for GA.
Oh, wow.
Because it's 4 days.
Is that how much Paradigm Shift was? Did he raise that too? No. Okay. Well, maybe this one won't have 500 people.
Well,
It had like 400 or 382, something like that when we went to the first one, right?
Yeah. Yep. How many were at Paradigm Shift? How many bags did you have to do?
Not quite 500.
It was about the same as the last time I was there.
Yeah. 400 and something.
There was a piece of paper, but I don't know inside of which. Yeah, there was a form. I remember looking and thinking, whoa, 1950? Cool.
And it's going to be at the Sheraton again.
Oh, I get my Marriott points in. What do I do with that?
Well, it's okay. You'll have time to find it.
Okay. Yes, Peggy, bless her heart. So, yeah, we got to play to the forward and the afterward, the two people, the goal achievers, how much. If we were to sort of put into this, we set a goal to write a book whenever it was that you guys agreed that last August, and here we are. And what a way of getting Kim and Paul on the stage to talk about achieving a goal using the PGI mindset. And that goal has come 360 degrees, and here we are. Here's a book. You get a car. You get a car. Oprah style. Everybody gets a book. That could be kind of fun,
It would be a lot. It would be a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Paul and I had talked about how do we get our book on that table. We had talked about it, and we didn't think it was possible until we saw the book that wasn't ours. And then we went, oh, or that wasn't his.
Yes.
We went, this isn't his book.
Yep.
No kidding. Okay.
Because truth be told, Peggy McCall has several books that could be on that table.
Yeah, you're right.
She's written a dozen books that could all be on that table.
One is with her and Brian.
And
Bob's
yes,
son.
yes, Your Destiny Switch. The one that hit the list. And to my knowledge, she's never had a book on the table.
Okay, so we will definitely start visualizing and getting that.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to create a countdown calendar then.
Okay.
I like September 30 better than October 1. I'm just saying.
So a Monday instead of a Tuesday?
It just sounds better to me. September just sounds better to me than October.
It's a Jewish holiday of Rosh Hashanah.
Rosh Hashanah.
But I don't know if that...
All right, make it October 1st. It's only one day.
No. I just can't remember what Rosh... Wasn't that?
Rosh Hashanah, they can't do it. The Jewish people can't do anything on Rosh Hashanah, so they can't buy a book on Rosh Hashanah.
But it's only day one, right? But if I'll discover what.
Well, see, it really won't matter because it goes from like Sunday to Saturday or whatever it is. So we're going to lose a few days launching on a Tuesday anyway.
Yes. Yeah, but it has to be shipped. Well, that would work though, because if it's in the 30 days, that has to be shipped to Bob's hotel. I mean, they probably want it at least a week before that event anyway, right?
I don't know how far ahead they ship. They would probably leave it to us to get it there and just to be there and they'll say, you need to have it here by this time.
Yes, sometimes the stuff shows up while we're there.
That's exciting. And then Yom Kippur is October 9. I know these names, and I can't remember why I know them. Is that no? Is that New
Yom
Year?
Kippur is a Jewish holiday as well.
Is that New Year?
I don't know. I'm not Jewish. I can't tell you.
I have to find out. Okay, I will. I'll find out. Okay. I may have somebody joining this room in about 6 minutes, just so we know. I specifically want to get back to this calendar, getting character reveals back on the calendar, getting snippets from the book back on the calendar, getting a keynote idea, which just came to me in a blinding flash of inspiration last week around a book called Who Moved My Cheese? And Kim and I were talking about her having this keynote, maybe even for the September conference, of are you a Charlotte or an Emily, Peter or a James, a Sydney or a Katie, and actually taking those characters and turning it into a motivational talk so people could literally see the facets of these different people and who they are and how they could overcome as part of a whole motivational talk. And I think that is very exciting, and it seems to have a lot of it's really good. So I'd like to work on that especially, and then get this countdown back. Paul, did you have any comments on the Balcazar group little video that we sent? He does. He's just like me.
I've already told him.
I didn't say what your comments were. I just said that you had already seen it.
I don't want to be rude, but I just feel like it's a great idea, but it's just not executed up to par.
Look, it's not completed. I was just, there's a lot of editing that goes into the sequence once you pick the sequence.
Yeah. But even like when I looked at it, it's so dark. Like the Balcazar, it's dark. Like to me, that's like the last, at the end of the book at the haunted house or whatever, but, and I don't think that represents the book. It's not a dark, I think I'm just the wrong person to ask. Like, I just feel like it's a really good idea, but I don't know if without Hollywood budget and producers, it can be done right. I don't know. Like just getting clip art, and it's not I'm not criticizing anyone.
No.
Do we get Phil? Do we have Phil Goldfine put the finishing touches on it?
Not sure I can afford him, but we can make it look kick-ass within the skills that we have. I like the dark in a way because it's not too spooky. The crow is sort of doing stuff and you're listening and the lights are coming on and on and on, and then suddenly he flies off and then we get into these amazing visuals. That's how my brain works. And I was listening and I was more interested in what the crow was saying, and it was drawing me in, and then suddenly it's like bang, 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 bang. Oh, nice.
Yeah, but if you didn't know the crow and you didn't know any of this stuff, the visual is more people watch, they watch to see, versus listening to what, if we did this on Facebook, 95% of the people wouldn't even turn the sound on.
But this,
Jonathan, and they wouldn't make it past the dark crows.
No, but it's not specifically for the Facebook group. As a simple little welcome and an email attachment that goes with it. Okay, I'll see what else I can find.
I don't know how to make it better. That's why I didn't say anything. I don't, other than Hollywood.
Just sometimes no news is no news.
Yeah, don't they have any leftover footage from The Lion King,
Oh, October 5th, no, July 15th, right? It comes out.
Is it that soon?
Yeah, it's very certain.
Gosh, wow.
Apparently it's pretty amazing too.
So,
okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So on Thursday, I'm going to come with a calendar and a whole series of deadlines and dates and achievables for us to work back with.
Okay.
And I'm somewhere around these dates then. Okay. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
So it's from 30 days from when Kim first orders the book, which is does it have to sit on Amazon for a while? Because we don't want some rogue person just finding it and buying it and screwing our count down, or do we?
They won't.
But they can.
They can.
Once it's uploaded, anyone can get on, but they would have to,
They'd have to know to go look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I found out from George this week that Audible book covers are very, very different than book covers. And his book cover didn't pass the Audible test.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it's too busy? Or
no,
what?
It wasn't high enough definition.
Oh, strange.
They actually wanted a higher resolution photograph of his book cover on Audible than he actually went to print with, which blew my brain. And
that's ridiculous.
Wow.
Truth.
What?
Yeah, he submitted it and it was rejected because of TIFF quality or lack of thereof.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
I wonder if he sent the wrong document.
I don't know. But we couldn't even get the image from whoever it was that originally did it for him, so we had to go source it and refind it and rebuild it, and he resubmitted it, which is why his Audible was delayed.
Oh, shoot.
So
yeah, but that's what happened to us. They wouldn't let us have ours either.
Right. Yeah, but you would think for Audible they would. I figured it was because it was marketing. That's rude. That's rude.
One of the things that we learned in the process.
Yes.
Make sure you own your cover.
Oh, did you not then? Oh, I don't know anything about this.
The artist owns the cover, and the artist can choose whether or not to share the file with you.
That's why everything we make for you is yours.
We clarify that from moving forward. After that happened, we ask every time, who owns it?
Yeah, you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I had a recent occasion where somebody had one of these rental websites through one of these digital marketing SEO pay by the month companies, and they allowed him to take his photographs because obviously he supplied the photographs, but they said that they wrote the content for him and therefore he could not or she could not keep the content of this site, even though she worked with somebody as a ghostwriter to write the content.
And even though you pay for it, it doesn't mean it's yours.
Yeah, is that crazy?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, but lesson learned.
Looks like my lady at 3 o'clock isn't coming up. I had a feeling she may not, but it was booked quite some time ago and I figured, oh, well, we're good. So that's what I do. So, Katie would be the next character reveal. Could we do that as part of our Thursday call to get back?
Fine with me.
Yeah, okay. I will do that. So we'll run through that first and then we've got the Katie call and then everything else is getting into place. Awesome. Yay!
Jonathan, you said something about newsletters.
Yes, so I said
I'm not getting those.
Okay, so we were waiting for, as I understood, we were waiting for approval.
No. Your newsletter.
Oh, really?
Where you talked about gifting.
You know, did you not sign up for it?
We have to sign up?
I get other emails from you. I figured it was...
well, I mean, Canada's different than the United States. I have no legal right to add you to my email list. And haven't had since 2007.
So where do I go to sign up for it?
Oh, right on the homepage of my website.
Okay.
You have a website?
Several.
Is it different than the boot camp's website?
That means I missed
Ali.
the gifted stuff.
Yes. I can forward you what we wrote. There's a gifted blog coming out tomorrow as well, actually, and a LinkedIn article about it as well.
What blog is coming out?
It's basically the newsletter, but redone in
with
a
you
blog on my website.
Oh,
yeah, on my site. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about your newsletter, and we sent Kim. You should have got login from Paige on Thursday or Friday with what all the sequence that Lindsay built in there.
I did get the email. I have not looked at it yet.
Because we have about 100 or so opt-ins so far, and we wanted to do that with the group piece.
I don't think I got that. Was it to review something?
Yeah.
It's the whole email series that's in Drip. So if you go log into Drip,
It's all that.
you can see it. I don't have access to Drip, so they had to tell me how to do it.
Okay, they're going to have to tell me too, because I gave all that
stuff to resend it to you as well.
I gave all that stuff to you guys.
Oh yeah, Lindsay's built it out. So it's what they call a nurture sequence.
So we can get in there and we can see the sequence?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you still got the Drip login, it's all built into it, yeah.
All right, Paul, I'm just forwarding this to you right now.
Okay.
So when you see something with no
So we
email,
have 100 people who have opted in?
As I understand it, yeah.
That's good.
It's a start.
We only need like 100,000 more.
Yeah, I mean, we have Canadian anti-spam legislation, and if I was to add, truthfully, if I was to add you to my list, and as a client, I got reported for spamming, you get a $10,000 fine as the client. I get a $100,000 fine as the agency.
Wow.
And these are happening in Canada.
so I don't see where it is. Where I see your social media jumpstart guide.
Yeah, if you just sign up for that, then that gets you into our email list. Because once you do that, it gives you...
I've signed up for that. I downloaded that long ago.
You should 100% be getting my emails. I will check in Infusionsoft where they go. Infusionsoft, in fact, most emails of late have been, even though you get my regular emails, because it comes via Infusionsoft and not Gmail, it can go to a different folder. But they went out each consecutive Thursday for the last few weeks. But I'll find out.
I downloaded your thing before I wrote our imagination one.
So that's you should be in that sequence. But I'll check in our back end and just see where that's coming up.
Why is it making me do it twice?
Double opt-in.
Oh, it's Canadian. It's Canadian, Ken.
It's coming. There are 15 states.
If you don't double opt in, he gets $150,000 fine.
Oh my gosh.
You get a $4,000 fine.
So I have to say yes. I give my consent. You can email me.
Yes, ma'am.
Good golly.
Welcome to the wonderful world of
Canada.
Well, we've already built it into. So whenever you go to Gifted, you get that gray box at the bottom that says about cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. You actually are deranked by Google if you do not have that privacy cookie policy pop up when people first arrive. So that's for retargeting purposes. Email consent is a different notion, but yeah, very similar.
Interesting.
So yeah, I will forward you those two. Poor Ali is really, really sick right now.
Oh, shoot.
Is she? Oh.
That's too bad.
She said to me on Saturday, she said, even though I've stopped chemotherapy, doesn't mean to say I still don't have cancer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
How long has it been since she stopped the treatments?
I actually don't know.
But did she say she's done this multiple times, right?
Had cancer
for 4 times or something.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And they said that if the tumor did not grow, she could stop having whatever it is. And it has not grown, so therefore they took her off the aggressive chemo and radiation therapy. But her pain scale is off the scale apparently. And how that woman smiles and does life, I truthfully, I don't know. Her resolve is unreal. And when she sits next to me, I mean, she has just smiled, wall-to-wall smile and positivity. And yeah, she started a Zoom group of her own privately, and she invited me to join it last week. And I was a fly on the wall for an hour as she just talked and shared her pain issues and how she gets through the day to 17 other people in this forum. I was in tears. I mean, just listening to what the lady is going through and what other people are going through, it was heartbreaking. And yet she shows up on a positivity scale of like 100.
Good.
But with a pain level of 11 out of 10. So
yeah.
So she was our second summer showcase. But of course you were first because you're our favorites.
Yay! Oh, I can't wait to read it.
Oh, look, here comes Linda.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah. You bet. I'll send you this calendar ahead of then. Okay, to go through.
Don't forget to stop the recording.
Yes, I'm doing it right now. Thank you, Paul. Bye.
Bye.